The number that we just saw on screen, 111, is a number that I have been seeing quite a lot along with a couple of other numbers as well. You as well might be seeing numbers everywhere. It could be 444, 333, 1212, 1414, 72, 72, 21, 12, 12, 12, whatever it may be. Any number is a number of significance when you look at it from the right angle. Everybody else that I've talked with that has seen these numbers is like, no, you're just crazy. Well, not crazy, but it's just like, it's just a coincidence. And I'm like, there are no coincidences, because I had a podcast with a friend of mine that I met, and he's like, there are no coincidences, because we run into people all the time, just right when we need them. Things happen when they're supposed to. We get job opportunities, views, whatever it may be, exactly when the time is right for us, because we put in the time, the effort, and the sacrifice to be able to reach said point. A way of looking at this is, say you want to get into shape. You can't control getting into shape. What you can control is the weights that you lift, the diet that you have, and the amount of times that you show up to the gym on a given day. So when we see the number 111 or 444 or 333, these are numbers of significance. You might not think it, but it is true. I was on a walk a couple of days ago, and I saw the exact same license plate that had the exact same numbers. It was just off by one on each car. And I was like, that is bizarre. That is crazy. And I've just started to realize that this is just how the world is. Once we look at the world from a completely different perspective than how we're looking at it right now, that's when things start to get interesting. That's when the world starts to change, shift, and mold into the ways that we so desire. It is still a matter of being aware and present and looking at the world in the ways that we want to look at the world in. It's just being able to see certain numbers or certain sequences or certain patterns throughout the given day. It means that you are on the right path, because we can look out at nature, and nature's full of patterns. History and the world has been full of patterns. Something good happens, something bad happens. We can look at the recession. We can look at 2008 when the housing market was up, and then it crashed, and then it went down. And then we can also look back at when COVID happened. Everything was great, then the economy dipped, and now it's back up high. So it's like we have these cyclical natures in the world, and they all stem from the patterns that we see every single day. So if we want to understand how the world works, if we want to understand how the world is functioning, we need to pay closer attention to numbers. And if you guys ever played a game called Call of Duty Zombies, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. When it's like, Jason, what do the numbers mean? Jason, what do the numbers mean? And I'm pretty sure it's Jason. And we listened to that, and it's just like, at the time when I was playing the game, I didn't think anything of it. I was just like, yeah, the numbers, okay, whatever, they're just numbers. And now, as I've started to see these same numbers over and over and over again, I'm like, okay, there is some significance to these numbers that I am looking at. And we can put significance on anything that we want to, because we are the ones that inevitably get to decide what we want to do and how we want to perceive things at the end of the day. Nobody else can say like, oh, this isn't right, or this isn't the way that it should be, because we are our own creators of our own reality. I just want to let that sit in for a second. With that being said, if we are the creators of our own reality and we are seeing these numbers, then wouldn't that mean that we are the ones that can control what we are doing? If we don't like the place that we're at, say it's living at home in the parents' basement or whatever it may be, then we have the skills, we have the know-how, we have the knowledge, or at least the capabilities to grow as a tree does in nature, or we have the ability to learn how to fight, such as Reacher did in Reacher on Amazon Prime. We have all these skills and these characteristics on ways that we can get out of a certain situation. Sometimes we get stuck. Sometimes we feel like we have no way out because we've been doing said thing for so long. And that's the great part about living in the world that we do, is we have a different way of viewing things, because we can look at the ways the way we look at things, we can change the way that we see them. And if you guys want to become more aware, you want to understand how to see these things a bit more, I highly recommend doing some meditation every single day. It can be as simple as just like following the breath in the stomach, like in your diaphragm, and then just breathing in and breathing out and focusing on that. If that's too much, or if you can't focus on that, you can do another meditation that I talked about on, I think it was day 4 or 5, can't remember exactly. Let me know down in the comments which one it was. It's been a hectic month so far for me. Well, not even hectic. It's been a fantastic month, and I've been loving making these videos every single day for you guys. So I really do appreciate you sticking through with me. Because, yeah, these are just things that go on my mind after I watch a show, so I figured I might as well share them with you. So one of the tactics, if the meditation following the breath down below isn't working for you, you can always do like the reverse nostril breathing, Nadi Shutra, which will help you just like become more aware and focus into the present moment. So where you breathe into your right nostril, then you switch nostrils like with your pinky and block off your left nostril, and then you breathe out of your right nostril. Then you breathe back in your right nostril, put your thumb over your right nostril, and then you breathe out of your left nostril. And you do that back and forth for about 3 to 5 minutes every single day for about a month or so. And that'll help you gain a lot more focus. If that one still isn't something that works out for you, if you have a candle, you can light your candle and you can stare at the candle without blinking, keeping your focus, maintaining that gaze, looking at the candle, looking at the candle, looking at the candle. And I'm happy to walk you through this as well. If this is something that you do want to learn how to do a little bit more in depth, just let me know. And from doing that, then you would close your eyes and you'd be able to picture that candle burning in your mind's eye, which will help you increase your level of focus, which by increasing your level of focus, you can start to see more of these numbers around you, which if you start to see more of these numbers around you, then you can start to create a reality that is more based on what you want to have happen compared to what everybody else is telling you to have happen. And that's why being able to break down the conditioning and thinking outside of your box and doing different things from what your family's doing is really going to progress you in a more positive, enlightening way than it would have originally. As always, I hope you guys enjoy these videos. If you do, click that subscribe button and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.